Alright, so here's another cage tour. I did a few things differently with this cage from what I've done in the past. One of them is at the bottom here, I don't have any fleece liner. It's just all these shavings. It's aspen, which is supposed to be safe for rats because rats have a very sensitive respiratory system. So I thought I'd give that a try. It gives them something different to walk on and something to feel underneath their feet. And I can also do what's called scatter feeding, which is just throwing a bunch of food on the floor of their cage and they have to search for their food. Gives them something more to work at than just going to a dish. So at the bottom here, there is the litter box and a tunnel. There's this basket that I just have upside down. We'll see if it does anything interesting for the rats. I don't know if they can actually get inside of it. They can lift it up. It's pretty lightweight, so that might happen. There's this tissue cover for them to go through and sleep in, climb on. There's another litter box. Here's a lava ledge. This door isn't open because I have it attached to this here. It's which I made into a hammock. It was previously on the bottom of the cage before I put all of the shavings here. And then there's a water bottle in this corner and a water bottle in that corner. Up here we have this hammock that they can get to using this lava ledge and going up here, or they can just climb the back of the cage. There's Oswald, he just fell into there. I don't know if my camera caught that. But, okay, so here's the little dig box that I have their food in, and Oswald actually hoards the food and puts it in there. Occasionally I'll put their food in a little dish, and then he takes the food out of the dish and puts it all into the dig box. But anyway, back over here, so you can see Calcifer is using this Horn O' Plenty in the hammock. And then there's a little corner hammock. Mostly, I assume it'd be for a level to get up higher. And then there's this tray that's connected to their loft. It's just a chain. It used to be a wallet chain. We'll see how well that holds up. I don't know if they'll end up chewing that part. They probably will. There's this little extra piece of mesh wire. There's William. He's trying to say hello. But there's that extra piece of mesh wire that I just kind of put across back there. And then there's this ball. They do actually use it quite a bit as kind of a level to get from point A to point B. Up here is the only actual shelf that I have. There's Bolt. That I have in the cage. So there's only one shelf. Everything else is like this here, where it's connected to the shelf, or this down here, or a hammock, or baskets. There's Calcifer and Oswald. Up here we have this basket with that little bed inside of there, and then a toy for them. So on this shelf, the one and only shelf, there's a litter box. There's Bolt. There's this blue thing is something that Mom gave me. It's actually, it goes inside of a locker. It's supposed to give you a shelf inside of your locker. I have it upside down here. We'll see how well that works. I don't know if they'll end up climbing the sides of it or what will happen. And then there's this basket here. There's just some paper in there. Will be nice and noisy for me when they climb in there. There's this basket hanging on its side for them to go into or climb on top of. I do find them a lot climbing on top of it and sitting at the very top, like up here. There's these cardboard tubes. Eventually I'll expand on the tubes. It's just a lot of work poking holes in there and trying to feed the yarn or whatever that is through there, but I do eventually want to make it more than just 3 tubes connected. There's Bolt. From his backside you can tell that it's him because he has a lot more of the black markings. It looks a lot more like Oreos or something, but with Calcifer he only has a few spots, whereas Calcifer. Here's Calcifer. So you can see his back where there's less of the black markings. And that's one way how I can tell the difference between the two, just by seeing their backside. So there's Calcifer's back. Oh. And Bolt's back. Okay, so back to the cage tour. Over here, William found the thing of water. I decided to try doing something different with their open source of water like that. I didn't want to put a bowl of water down at the bottom like I normally do because of the bedding. I forgot to make that a little more secure. It's very wobbly if there's a rat on either end of that. Looks like he's figuring it out okay. Sometimes it gives them a nice challenge when something doesn't work out perfectly for them. But anyway, so the open source of water, because I have this bedding down here, I figured they would kick it up into the water dish if I kept the water dish at the bottom. So I put this water dish here, and we'll see how well that works out. There's this bucket, little mouse in there, and then there's that little bridge. There's William. He came from up on that thing, the plant thing. You can see him using the bridge, the rope bridge. Nice little ledge there for them. Let's see, did I miss anything? There's a lava ledge. There's this basket here. There's a little play ball for them. There's Oswald using this water bottle. They actually prefer this smaller water bottle. I assume it's easier for their little tongues to move that ball out of the way to get the water to drip, because it's a smaller ball in this one compared to this one. It probably is much more effort on their teeny tiny little tongues. But as far as where all of my lava ledges are, so I have 6 lava ledges in total currently. You saw the one up here, and then most of them are on the door. There's a second lava ledge. Here's a basket. Third lava ledge, ignore the poop on there. Fourth lava ledge that also has some poop, ignore that. Fifth lava ledge on that door, and the 6th lava ledge is down there so that they can jump up onto the lava ledge and onto the hammock there if they wanted. Here's William using this water bottle. And there's Oswald checking out what Pumpkin's doing. You stay in there, mister. And then the way I have these lava ledges set up is so that when the doors are closed, it's not hurt Oswald. He's trying to escape and I'm closing the door, putting him right back into the cage that he's trying to get out of. So these two lava ledges here I have so that they can use it as stairs, go up to that one and then go up to that one when the door is closed. Let me show you what the cage looks like from a little bit of a distance with it being open. So there's the top of the cage, going down a little bit. My goal was to use as little shelves as possible, which you can see I only have one shelf in there, so I feel like I succeeded with that goal. The reason for that is because the boys pee on the shelves all the time, and the cage starts stinking after about 4 days. So basically I have to switch out the cage every 4 days, and I just don't always have that kind of time, because it takes me probably a minimum of 2 hours every time I switch out the cage. If I could just change out the liners and that's it, I guess that would be kind of a different story. But the way that the liners are attached to the levels, I actually have to take the level off because of the binder clips, because usually I have the binder clips attached to the back part here, and I can't undo the back part when it's connected to the side of the cage. There's bolts. So the less levels I have, I'm thinking and hoping the less that they'll pee on that, and hopefully they'll use the litter boxes, but maybe not. They'll probably still pee in places like here, and pee on that, and pee inside of there, and pee inside of there, and pee inside of there, because that's, I don't know, that's their preference, I guess. There's Calcifer. I don't know if you guys can tell how big they're getting, or if you remember how little they used to be, but they're almost the size of the adults. And because I'm pretty sure the adults are neutered, and the little boys definitely are not neutered, it's possible that the little boys will outgrow the adults. But I don't know. Depends on how early the adults were neutered, assuming that they are neutered. There's Calcifer. He does that a lot. He goes up to the other rats and just humps them like crazy like that. It's a dominance thing. I don't know if it's also a playful thing. I don't know if they do it while playing or if they only do it to establish dominance. But Calcifer does that a lot, which is why I called him Calcifer, because he's a little spitfire. He's definitely the boldest. And Oswald's pretty bold too, but their personalities are, I don't know, Oswald's kind of like a calm, secure, bold. But Calcifer is more of, I don't know, maybe an aggressive kind of bold. And when I say aggressive, I don't mean in a mean way, just, I guess, like in your face a little more. But Oswald seems to put up with it pretty well. You're not gonna escape on me, mister. He's sure gonna try. And also, William, as much trouble as William gave me with the babies, he actually loves having the babies around. I have not seen William happier. Since the whole time I've had him, he seems to really soak in their attention. He loves having them around. He loves when they sleep with him. He loves playing with them. Oswald just kind of tolerates them. Oswald does a really, really good job of tolerating the babies. But Oswald's kind of his own man. He's kind of, he's not necessarily looking for their attention, but if they want to come hang out with him, then he's fine with it. But he could go either way. He doesn't care if the babies hang out with him or if he spends his time alone. William, on the other hand, he loves their attention. It's pretty cute. So there's Calcifer up there, Bolt's down there, of course William up there. Exploring the heck out of their cage. I'm hoping that I gave them enough things to climb, more things to challenge them to get from point A to point B instead of just going from level to level. Bolt. Calcifer. William climbing. I've seen how many rats? I know sometimes I see 2 rats on a lava ledge, but I think I've seen, that looks a little wobbly. I don't know if I need to tighten it or if their fat asses just kind of knocked it loose. But I know I've seen at least 2 rats on a lava ledge. I want to say I've seen up to 3 rats sharing the same lava ledge. How it doesn't break under the pressure of 3 of them, I don't know. But I guess I should end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this cage tour, and we will see you next time.